are really in the mix there.
I didn't push my wardrobe on purpose.
No. Was really strong.
It's the wardrobe.
Yeah, well, you see, because I was like sort of angled away from it, I only clicked it with my thumb. Look, I mean, I was quite lucky really that I didn't feel I didn't fully like. I like. So that's the wardrobe edge. I kind of like did that.
So you didn't punch it, you scraped it.
Well, no, I did punch it, but I punched it with the thumb. Because this end of it is.
You grazed it, you punched the air, and you grazed it with your thumb.
I was fist fighting the wardrobe.
You were fist fighting, yeah.
I'm quite lucky really, I wasn't angled more towards like the corner or the edge, the far end of it, because I would have put a hole through my wardrobe.
That would be great.
In my dream I punched really hard as well, and apparently I lashed out in real life. So, well, yeah. Well, I mean it's, I think got conclusive proof.
It doesn't look that bad.
No. It doesn't look bad now, but imagine waking up going, that hurt, and then seeing blood just there, because it cut, but it like ripped all my skin off, so it was just bleeding everywhere, and I was just like, 4 AM, it's not ideal, is it really? No, it's not.
Nice one, Barry. You can get the bill.
And that's sucking his thumb.
Win 25% more on every Premier League.
I was just like, I was saying to Holly, I was like, I'm really glad I wasn't faced your way, because I would have smacked in the middle of the night. Not bank. Knocked her out, even though she was already asleep.
You can't knock no one out.
What?
What? You'd skin them.
I bloody hope so. I'm asleep. Oh, I need that.
Hit the cardboard.
I don't think so. I think I hit the wardrobe.
Maybe you're trying to punch Kimmy.
Maybe I was trying to fight Kimmy. It's like, hey, come on, Kimmy, let's go.
Really hot day here in Italy, and genuinely 4 teams in with a chance of taking pole position.
How did I know that?
Where you are sitting,
You say this every single time.
the Italian Grand Prix.
How nice is that look?
Monza Autodrome, it is steeped in motor racing tradition.
In years gone by, cars would scream banking here at Monza to the roar
Oh, I wish this
of
was
Italian fans.
It's literally all the
Imagine
keys of
Magnus and a Stroll being side by side.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It's because he's a league in
What? Let's have an interesting discussion.
Okay.
What if, because all this Rosberg talk's got me thinking, what if he didn't retire in Dean and he went on? First of all, what year do you think he does retire? And second, what do you think he does post 2016?
Not much.
When do you think he retires?
He'd have been retired by now.
Yeah, but when?
Probably 2020 sort of time. I think he would have gone for a few more years.
You think after
COVID
COVID called it?
I think probably COVID would have been, yeah, he would have called that.
2021 sort of era.
Yeah, I don't think he would have come into the new
Oh,
regs.
maybe he retires at the end of 21 before the new regs.
I don't think he comes into the new regs.
Yeah. I think then, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't think he would have challenged really.
I do think actually.
It would have been closer.
I do think actually. I think 2021 would have been as close between Max and Lewis. It would have swayed.
Yeah.
It would have swayed either in Hamilton's favour more, or it would have swayed in Max's favour more. Because I think Rosberg would have taken more points off than Bottas and Perez did.
100%.
So I think that's the only difference that would.
Other than that, Hamilton would have ran away with all the championships that he did anyway.
Well, yeah, he would have won them all. I don't think he would have won them all by the biggest margin.
No, but he still would have won them all.
It could have been interesting in 17 and 18 with Seb as well.
Yeah, I think Hamilton
Could have been interesting.
I think Hamilton. It could have been more interesting. Let's put it that more.
I think Hamilton would have won. It would have looked interesting.
More interesting. It would have been won in Mexico.
Well, you have to remember when Rosberg won the title. Yeah, he said he made all those sacrifices, but at the end of the day,
Well, yeah.
he was.
Well, I'm not saying
Hamilton's.
it it wouldn't have been won in Mexico, but it probably would have been won by Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. One thing that I regret about the turbo hybrid era is that we never got to see.
Softest car.
We do. That's why all the talks about the overheating.
Yeah.
One thing that I regret not being able to see is a Rosberg, Hamilton, and someone else battling out for the title, because it was Rosberg, and then Rosberg retires, and then all of a sudden Ferrari are in it, like, and then Max Hamilton. You know what I mean? So I always wanted. It would have been nice to see Rosberg, Hamilton, and either Max or Seb.
Yeah.
But we never got that. Which...
No, I mean next year could be on steroids.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, if it's as close as it is this season, it's Hamilton, Charles, George, Max.
No, let's be real. I don't think you put Kimi in it. Oh no, I don't.
You know what?
I rate him, but over a season, you don't.
I said the same thing a few weeks ago, but the
No,
more I...
he's quick, Kimi, and without a shadow of doubt, if the Mercedes is that, I think he'll get a race win or two. But over a year, I don't think he'll be there in the championship with this lot. Now you got to think. No,
The big hearts there in the.
I'm reserving.
I really rate him.
I'm reserving my thoughts on Kimi until our 2025 predictions video.
What's that fence post feeling?
Crucial, certainly against his teammate, but maybe against the.
It will get unfelt during our predictions. It will go one way or I just haven't quite decided yet.
70 points, Max to Norris.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, Max to
30
Norris?
points.
I mean,
McLaren.
all it takes is, I mean, constructors, I think it's McLaren's to lose now, but drivers, I think it's one DNF, a win, and Max is under
Pressure.
severe amounts of pressure.
That's 45 points difference. Though.
Yeah, with 6 races to go, 45 points is nothing.
Way more than 6 races to go.
What,
It's 8. There's like
well, 9 races to go, 45
there's
points
8
is
after
nothing.
this one.
And we saw how quickly 40 points can shift in a season when it was Vettel, Hamilton. Vettel was 40 points in front.
Oh, you saw it in the end of
We saw
2020.
21, Max was 60, was it?
What a place to make your.
Was it? I don't know if it was exactly 60, but... yo, dude, I'm new. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, hello, Elizabeth. I butchered that. Hello, I'm from Russia. Welcome. Welcome to the stream.
We are 30 seconds to Lotto in Italy.
Qualifying 1
I'm not
for...
Lotto. I really
Yes, same. It's one of my favourite weekends.
Yeah.
You like F1 or... Yeah, we do. We love F1. I mean, that's the whole purpose of...
Do you know what? I'm going to say this now.
Yep.
Don't be surprised to see Perez out in Q2.
Beat me to it, but I'm going to go one step further. I wouldn't be surprised to see Matt in Q1.
Okay. Well, and
how about WRC? I assume you mean wet, because I don't know what WRC is.
World Rallycross.
I thought you typoed E's next to it.
No.
Well, then just no. Okay. No, don't watch it.
We don't watch that now.
Thanks. Good luck, guys. Thank you very much,
I've
Elizabeth.
seen little clips on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't watch it, unfortunately.
But yeah, no, I think Williams, well, mainly Albon, I expect him to reach Q3.
Yep, I do as well.
It's an expected weekend.
I think Williams have got a good
And
package.
it's a letdown if we get Q3.
I wouldn't say it's a letdown.
No, he is.
Fully.
No, he is. He is. The Williams car is the best of the rest.
It's.
Williams car's 5th best.
I'll say.
You've got 8 drivers, 2 places left. If they've got a 5th best car, Albon's as good as he is. He should be getting Q3.
I'll say this then. It's a letdown if he goes out in Q1. Not.
That's catastrophic if he goes out in Q1.
Not Q2. I'll tell you why. Because for me, I actually watched the F1 Tech Talk before this qualifying. What's his name? Sam Collins.
Yeah.
And he was analysing the top speed data from Belgium this year,
Yeah.
which is the most similar track you're going to get to Monza, really. And Aston Martin have the highest top speed out of any team. So I would not be surprised if we do see Williams do have a good package, and I do expect Albon to go through, but I would not be surprised if we see Alonso and Stroll go through.
Would like to say that I did not watch the Tech Talk. I watched FP1, FP2, and FP3.
Yeah, and I'm,
Aston Martin was not near the Williams.
Yeah, but once again, what do we always say? Can't 100% go off practice.
No, but look at, you can't go off there, you're right, but it gives you a good marker from where the car, and Albon in that Williams is set up way better than Alonso and Stroll and Aston. Like, don't get me wrong, one of them could get through. I don't expect Colapinto to get to Q3.
No, I don't either.
So there is room, but there's 2 places left, 3 places if Perez doesn't make it. Albon should make it.
No, actually, you're right. You know, with Perez potentially maybe going out here, there should be a place. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do expect Albon to go through.
It's an expectation for me, and if he qualifies anything less than, if he gets P11 and it's unlucky lap, whatever, if he gets traffic, something like that, then okay. It's like P14, P15.
Yeah, that's stinky. I'm not saying if he doesn't get Q3, it's not. What I'm saying is it's not entirely stinky.
Now, in contrast to that, his teammate Colapinto, first race.
Well,
I think if he gets it's a good return.
In terms of when do you two kiss? Not yet. You have to wait for later in the stream for that. These, yeah. So, in terms of our driver ratings, I always think about the driver ratings, especially when a new driver comes in.
Well, yeah, well, Logan's just happened to wait there now.
Yeah, Logan, he's not going to make any progress, that's sure. In our driver ratings.
Ooh, did he kick him?
It might have done slightly.
He slowed down.
But for Colapinto, would not be if you go. I expect him to go out in Q1. I really do. And
Show's top.
and
Alcon's top.
His rating. If he doesn't really make any progress, I'm not going to harsh score. It's his first race.
No, I'm not. Well, we can't give him a half. Like we didn't give Ben.
As long as he doesn't. I mean, to be fair, if he gets through to Q3 and almost gets points, it's a 5.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be too harsh on it.
I mean, if he gets Q2, it's great.
Maybe catch you another time. Well, thank you for tuning in. Leclerc goes quickest with the
7/10
120.
clear of Hulkenberg and Magnussen.
Oh,
wow.
Excuse me.
The Ferraris are quick.
The Ferraris are quick, and this is why this is going to be very interesting. Just on the limit. Oh, he's almost binned it as well.
He's dipped that.
So, what's interesting about this is, even though everyone hyped up Charles, and I hyped up Charles as well, Carlos, in recent years, has gone very, very well. He's been beaten Charles recently. So,
but in saying that, Charles has also won here.
Yeah, he has.
It's not like Charles has been as well.
He has, but we can't count out Carlos, I don't think.
Resurface track should help that, should give us more grip. Now, Red Bull have not had it
yeah.
so far this
Can't count out Charles, can't count Carlos. Now, I'm interested. Max Verstappen's the one I want to watch.
Yes, I'm interested in where that was. Is it in front of Charles? Is it behind Charles?
Look at the cutouts on that rear wing. How flat it is. Wow, look at that. The rear wing just looks. It looks weird, doesn't it?
But what I did as a thing in free practice 3 when they were doing their quali runs, they tend to, the slower, like if you are on someone, it's not over because you can bring your tyres in better. A lot of burning out the tyres in sector 1, and by the time they got to sector 3 it was done.
What's also interesting
He's
as
kept
well,
with it within the 10th there of Charles, so if he's kept the tyres a bit better,
he could have a good run out Parabolica to the line.
Exactly.
And also, interesting, I heard someone say, I forgot who it was, someone said it might have been Brundle that
Perez behind the Hasses there.
Yeah, it is. Someone said, I think it might have been Brundle, that they're running a lower engine mode, and they've got about a 10th down all the straights. So weather plays into how Max performs. So it's still about where he was. It's still about where he was.
So about 10th and a half.
Yeah.
Where's Norris? By a 10th. 10th
Yeah,
and a
you'd
half.
expect.
19.9.
It's close though.
It is close. Mercedes are on the way out now.
I was very interested
What's
with
Oscar
that
done?
Verstappen lap.
be a better way of doing it. But what happened to Oscar Piastri?
Red Bull
Down
do
towards the
appear
first chicane. Tyres
to
going
be
cool
the
because
fourth
it's such a long
fastest
straight.
in
That might have
qualifying
contributed
here,
to that
don't
little
they?
lock-up.
They do.
They do appear to be the fourth quickest team, and obviously you can't count Max. It's not like they're fourth by like 3-4 tenths. They're fourth by like a tenth or two. Realistically, it's close.
Yes.
But they're fourth.
The same that we saw.
Lock up that as well.
Yeah, big one. The same that we saw in Belgium. What could be interesting is if Max doesn't qualify in the top 4, he might get stuck behind whoever is in
Yeah.
fourth.
Yep, there we go. Colopinto playing a lap, 2 tenths behind Albon now. Ahead of Perez.
Bad luck. I'd prefer to beat Perez.
Ricardo in the old car ahead of Yuki.
I think I'm very excited to see Ricardo at the end of the season. He's into form now, I think, and I'm interested to see the verdict will be on Ricardo, RB or Red Bull.
Yeah. This isn't an immediate lap for Oscar, obviously he had that lock on lap before, didn't he? So
Look at
getting that little toe.
Using the toe there. I think that's the Williams.
I think it might be Mercedes on the outlet.
Oh. It looks so satisfying with those new curbs.
They've lowered it, and you
Yeah.
can run them. You'll love that game.
I will the Ascari chicane on the game. It's always been one that I've been a bit tentative at.
I always got such good run through that.
Now that the curbs are flat, I'm gonna have. I'm looking forward to Monza.
Piastri behind Verstappen, but obviously his first run was compromised.
His tyres are fucked, aren't they?
Yeah. Here we go, George and all. So Mercedes
Do you
running laps here.
think? Do you think George is feeling the pressure now that Antonelli's coming?
Oh, that's a huge snap down there. He managed to keep it there.
Yeah, he almost looked natural the way he drifted through there. I imagine that's not good on his tyres, but
No, it's a banker lap. He should still be ahead of like the likes of Hulkenberg and that.
yeah, you'd assume so. I think he might even beat Piastri here. I don't think he'll beat Max.
Well, I would like to see the timings.
Yeah, it'd be good to see where he's at.
Stroll popping it up 121.0. Alonso just ahead. Hulkenberg there. Not a bad lap from Alonso. That must have got a turn.
Bottas ahead of Perez.
He must have got a turn. Alonso.
There we go.
What has Perez done?
This is what I'm saying. He just does not look comfortable.
George, even with that snap ahead of Piastri, just behind Max. Where's Lewis? Ferrari's getting a toe behind him.
Just behind Russell. So it is close.
Here comes the Ferrari with the toe. That's a major that the Ferrari's just got there.
Fred's on the radio to Lewis.
Yeah.
Give toe.
Give toe. They'll probably want to get back in, get a new fresh set on and go again, Mercedes, won't they? They're a bit out of sequence. They came out a bit later than everyone else, didn't they?
Well, I'm a bit.
Sainz.
Wow.
Well, the toe that Hamilton down the straight. What about that one?
Oh, it is to Bottas as well, so I don't think it is tense to Norris.
No, but it is purple.
Yeah.
That toe will have helped him.
Don't dip it. Don't dip it on the
Kept
limit.
Lewis has gone deep into turn 1.
Lewis went deep into turn
That
1.
explains that. I'm a bit. I know it's early days in the qualifying session, but I'm quite concerned about Mercedes' pace.
I'm not.
I know. I felt like they'd be out the blocks firing.
They're out of sequence. Lewis obviously has gone deep into turn 1 as per from Brundle, and we saw that from George on board, which was offset the whole chicane there. So
Overclocked his tyres
I
slightly.
think both of them would have been ahead of Max and around Leclerc's time.
Yeah, we saw that.
We
George.
saw that from you, George, mate. I think he would have been. They would have been around the Sainz Leclerc sort of area if they got clean laps in. Gasly, but they're safe. They're safe. I mean, look at the gap down to Gasly and Ocon, and they are pretty much safe from Q1 anyway.
Alpine come from? Alpine don't. We haven't really considered Alpine, have we?
We haven't. I mean, that's because they weren't really anywhere in Belgium.
No, I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
But they seem to be running okay.
Colopinto, not far from getting out. He is close.
Yeah, a good lap from Colapinto, and I think
He's ahead of Yuki.
he is. He's ahead of Yuki.
Perez down in 19th.
I'm really have to go for
Sergio Perez.
a piss.
Do not want or need Perez
Shocking.
in that
Shocking behaviour.
They don't need him out in Q1 or Q2 for that match.
5 minutes to go. Anyone on a lap? Albon's come out again now.
This pressure,
So we've got 5 minutes. This will be it. Knockouts.
You go and deliver.
See what happens.
The best lap of your
Deliver
career and
the
make
lap
no
that you
mistakes
can.
while you're doing it. And everybody's
Drop
watching
zone.
you.
Who've we got? Drop
And
zone.
there are
Joe.
any number of
We've got
accounts.
Perez down there.
And you're being
Shocking.
measured
Bottas. We're
in
not
every way you
surprised.
could imagine.
Keaton, Colapinto.
But you've got to put all that to
Down there
one
as well
side.
with Ricardo and Stroll just ahead. So it is close.
Together,
It's really close. Everyone down from Alonso in 8th down to Perez in 19th. It's, that's really close now.
Perez where?
Perez down in 19th up to Alonso in 8th is close.
Yes, this is Perez is out of Q1.
Well, you don't know. It's down to the toe as well. What toe do you get? Do you get compromised through the chicanes? Who knows?
Don't be surprised if I'm going a bit
We
too
don't
slow
need
here.
that.
It's not my
We do.
fault.
You don't.
Yeah,
but it blinds me.
I'll turn it down, Bev.
Alex on the button.
Good
Albon's on a lap.
Your hot lap, and of course, you don't need to be within a second of another.
Right.
That literally did nothing.
He's on his own as well, so he's not going to get any toe.
Every opportunity, every metre of all the DRS zones, of which there are 2 here.
Perez is on an out lap, so this will be Perez's 1 lap.
Sergio! Yeah, Perez is going to be stuffed in Q3 if he gets that.
Maybe off Albon as Albon is recovering to the pits, but Checo's got to find 4/10 of a second to be clear and clean into thinking.
Oh, he's touched the grass on the entry there, Albon.
I saw Charles do that in FP2. It didn't disturb the car or the lap. So it's not as big a thing as you can hold it well, which they look like he did.
Pushing the limits, aren't they?
Right on the edge of that gravel trap. There's Perez.
That's his actual pace.
He's going to want to get a toe from that Williams. It's not good middle sector for Albon. Did the grass disturb him? Didn't disturb Charles when I saw Charles do it.
It's looked like a pretty clean lap regardless. He's looked quick, I don't know.
He's going to want a couple. He wants to be around Alonso's time.
Tip the nose in.
I would.
So early in that corner.
He wants to find a bit here for Parabolica.
You're fine. And this is the cut to the line.
Have a look. Eighth.
He is around Alonso's
Good
time.
lap. Good lap from Albon, but maybe the middle sector. I mean, if the other drivers improve, the middle sector must have been.
Yeah, I think he should be safe. I mean, you pretty much guaranteed Juice out, and probably Bottas. So
We've already assumed Joe's out.
well, he's 4/10 down on Perez.
Oh, Joe's what is he doing?
He's about half a second down and getting out.
He's so
What's
slow.
Max done? It's crashed.
To get out of, but he does it, and as he trundles along.
Oh!
Dear.
Well, that was a bit of an overreaction.
Crash.
Yeah, I saw that, Max.
That's an unsafe. Yeah, your team will get a fine for that.
That was close from that McLaren.
To go and explain
Who was
themselves
that?
on one they were exonerated from the
McLaren.
impediment.
Sainz, Leclerc and Norris all assume they're safe.
Quite a messy
Yeah, but Lando Norris, I think you assume you're safe.
as well,
Oh,
but,
Perez, I mean, has gone
Race
yellow.
control is Piastri.
extremity.
It's unsafe for
The
those.
team will get. The team will get.
What's
onto that.
Perez doing here? See, if he doesn't beat Albon's lap here, he's in trouble.
I don't think he does.
That now.
I don't think he does.
I don't know.
So has he saved a bit of performance life in these tyres to cope with the final sector and that parabolic?
Because he's sorted out Parabolica, he's okay.
Perez is cooked.
Clear of the danger zone.
He's cooked. He's cooked. He is actually cooked. He's cooked.
It's not far from Albon. That could be
Sergio Perez.
Colapinto.
In or out.
Go on.
Come on, Franco.
Holding his breath a little bit for the next couple of minutes.
Dipped it in the
Colapinto
gravel.
Magnussen and Hulkenberg both going green.
Watch on them, and both Hasses improving in the first sector. Colapinto
Let's see
not
what happens
putting in
here.
his
Perez
best
is going to be in.
sector
Oh!
Well held.
Could have been very nasty as well.
Oh,
It's
poor
ruined his
Colapinto,
lap, but
man.
he's done very
My
well
seat is
to
running
stay
very hot.
upright as it
Is he
was
in
to
for it?
continue onwards. That was a
He
good
is.
save.
He's still going.
It's a learning thing, isn't it, for him?
Yesterday,
He's still. Oh, that's a dip. That was a dip by Kevin.
I mean, if I'm Colapinto, I'd cool the tyres off in this last minute and go again.
Depends on what the fuel did.
Yeah, it's true.
Show's not far from Stroll.
And have another run
Oh,
at full
fucking
power.
time.
It's going to be tough from there, isn't it?
I think it is, and as well for the Haas because he's run out of grip.
Brakes are gone.
Kevin Magnussen,
Oh my
the
God.
parabolic,
What the
goes
fuck?
off the track and
What's he
onto
doing?
the gravel, and that is bad news for
Something
him
like
and
that.
anyone approaching during those yellow flags. Alonso
Do we have to
crosses
red
the lap. Magnussen eventually crosses the
green
line.
flag.
Green flag's coming out now.
What's he
But
doing?
in that bottom
Yeah,
five,
that's
Joe
it.
Guan Yu
Why has he gone
and
off?
Valtteri Bottas
This is really-
not improving enough.
He just-
Tsunoda
he
is
just thought,
down
"Fuck
there
it,
and
no."
he's on a lap.
I got no
Colin
idea
Pinto
what just
can
happened
start
there.
again.
Oh,
Matthew
he
Powell,
is.
Lance Stroll,
Stroll
only
is in
15
trouble
further,
there.
Ricardo,
which means Daniel
come on,
Ricciardo
play
is
that.
going to put Lance Stroll very much at risk here. And Lance Stroll, who was knocked out in
Danny
Q1
Rick.
in the last
I love
2
Danny.
years.
Piastri's on a lap.
Hamilton was the slowest qualifier last year. He's in bottom 5 currently because Tsunoda has moved up. Ricardo.
Oh, he's done it!
It's not his teammate, Al.
And that's going to see Stroll out of qualifying again here in Q1.
Max, purple middle
Piastri
sector.
is next to cross the line, goes
Piastri,
third fastest
Piastri.
overall. Verstappen will be next to cross the line. He
Max
could
is
go quickest
absolutely
right at the
flying.
end.
He's backed off.
Yes, he backs off.
Backed right off, didn't he? That's interesting. Didn't want
Yeah,
to show.
backed off.
Oh, that has got a gremlin, but it looks like he didn't want to show his
Wow.
face there. So
George
Magnussen's
did not
car
back.
broke down on him basically. He managed to recover it.
Yuki
With
Tsunoda.
the yellow flag.
Oh,
on the
well,
others, 'cause
you
they
guys
had
don't really need to.
meter lap. When we
Yeah.
saw those
Yeah.
passing,
And Hamilton
Magnussen,
back
they
off
were
as
only
well.
under a
Yuki
white
Tsunoda
flag,
out.
telling them there's a slow car ahead.
In
but then
upgraded
penalties
RB.
there. And well, Colin Pinto
A
cost
bit-
him a decent grid slot. But the
Yeah,
big shot there,
I
let's
think
say,
18th.
is Lance Stroll in the
I mean,
it's not. You know, it is marginal
if he had gone
because.
off, he might have got out. You
Is
know.
there a front row sitter?
Yeah, I
here
think
at
so as well. I think
Monza
Ricardo's in
many
trouble
years ago.
though if he
Aston Martin
doesn't.
in that bottom
But
five.
either
Yuki
way, you know, it's his
Tsunoda,
first
he and his
session.
teammate Daniel
He's
Ricciardo
pushing.
separated
It's
by
okay.
only, what,
And he's not
400th
bent the
of a
car.
second.
Well,
And
no, he
Franco
managed to
Colapinto's
hold it.
first Formula
Logan
One
was in the
qualifying
wall then.
ends at
Yeah.
18th. It could have ended
So
with the
yeah,
barriers.
he's already
Bottas and Joe, the two
he's
slowest
already
once
you
again.
know. I
Out
mean
in
that's
front
woeful from
is
Stroll.
Lando
When
Norris,
when
the
Fernando
only
is
driver in
10th,
the 1 minute
It's not
nine
great, is
teams.
it?
What's
Woeful.
to come from the rest? Leclerc,
It's not
Piastri,
great.
We'll do
Russell
this right.
completing the
Why
top
does he
five.
every season always give us a patch where you think, you know what? Maybe Stroll actually is like decent,
and control.
like a decent midfield
Finance
driver, like a
HR.
Perez.
The best pairs win.
But he always has that perfect, like 5 races where you think, you know what? He's actually beaten Fernando and he's actually okay. Then he does that again. What's wrong with this man?
Well, if I knew that, it'd be alright, wouldn't it? I don't know. I really don't know.
Hello, Anderson.
Are we
Hello,
surprised
Speedy Pratt.
completely who's out?
Stroll, yes.
Apart from
Hello,
Stroll.
show off.
No.
Side.
I mean, I
And
think
I'm surprised you with the upgraded. I mean, if I was to say I was going out knowing that Yuki had upgrades and Daniel didn't,
yeah.
Hello, fresh.
I would have
Hello,
said
dinner.
might have been the other way around.
And also based off the form that Yuki is meant to be in this, you'd assume Yuki'd beat out Daniel. I mean, the rave this season has been, oh, Yuki's been on top. But in recent races, Daniel just seems to have the edge. You know, whether he's conquered that car or he's conquered some kind of comments. The Salvas, you know, are going out. Stroll's a bit surprised. Colapinto, I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, Daniel's the one to drive for a seat.
Seems like customer
Yep.
data.
So now Yuki knows his contract.
Summer.
Yeah.
Hard to find.
Daniel does not.
Man. While
He's
others.
got to drive for a seat because Lawson's knocking on the door.
I think it's kind of like Antonelli in a way. Like
Yeah.
we knew Antonelli was going to drive for Mercedes. We've known that for months.
Bad guy.
Yeah.
I think
we
we can assume the same about Lawson being in that second RB. I think it's more,
Daniel facing Paris.
yeah, it's more or less, can Daniel impress enough to take Perez's seat? Because I don't think he's in next
And
season.
do you know, I think Helmut Marko
Tasting coffee shouldn't cost a
wants
fortune. That's why the
Perez
cafe coffees are made with 100%
in the
Arabica
seat.
beans and fresh
I don't
organic
know.
milk.
Horner
Don't
wants
you know?
Daniel. I think
Yeah.
there's a conflict who wants who in the Red Bull.
I think
team.
there's
I think
got
some
to
of
be.
them will want Perez, some want Daniel.
Yeah.
We just got a yes, sorry for that, and a no response. You all know Toto, James. You all know Toto.
All good, give me.
Let's take a
Yeah.
look
Where
first.
was
Oh.
that? All good, Franco.
Inside
All
the
good,
cycle,
Franco.
carry through the first Nesmo, and when he gets to the second one, just
Yeah,
watch,
I hate
goes
all
to
this
the
talk
understeer,
about Kimberly, by the way.
ends up on the
It's
ground,
really
has a big
pissing me
slap,
off
manages
after the
to
crash.
save it. Fortunately for him, it was earlier in the session, so he got to do another lap.
No, I hate because everyone's going, oh, it's too soon.
No,
look at him.
I'm not.
Crashed to Nelly.
Well, people are gonna do that, aren't they?
It's annoying. Leave him alone.
No.
It's his first FP1 session. He's 18 years old.
I mean, we knew it would come.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
Lewis crashed when Max did. Everyone does.
I'm gonna.
Happens.
You gotta let him off, haven't you?
Yeah. I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't think it's a big deal.
No, just don't.
Yeah, I don't want to think too much about
Where
it.
that McLaren mechanic is,
Yeah.
and certainly not looking at
he's
Verstappen
not.
coming down the pit lane. You know, and that is a mistake there by not acknowledging and recognizing that Verstappen. I think
Max
the
is
team
lucky no
will
one
be
was
in
right
trouble with that
behind him
one.
as well.
And I think we've got some Kevin Magnussen to listen to now.
It's crazy, you got to think as well.
What happened there?
Oh my God, man.
Something
Yeah,
happened.
It ruined the end of Kevin Magnussen's lap.
Well, he's
He is,
through.
though, through to the next part of qualifying, which has been delayed because there's a lot of gravel on the track.
Is it through because
Before we get going
he
again,
did
meanwhile,
that?
I've just read the guidelines, the steward's guidelines for and releasing a car and an unsafe release a car, team fine.
Team
Yeah.
if it
Yeah,
happens.
we knew that.
We knew
Crafty.
that one from ages ago.
To get a
I thought we were going to get some
You only get-
devious insight
Yeah.
to Kevin Magnussen's antics.
That's what's going on the track. I said that
So
the,
yeah,
gravel
it's
there
interesting,
is.
isn't it?
I'm happy to see
Magnussen
which is good.
potentially might have saved himself into Q3 there because he's probably put off a few
Yeah.
by parking it in the gravel.
Well, I don't know. It looked like that brake issue that they had in Zandvoort might have come back going into Parabolica. He might have had a snap as well. Actually, if you got a snap on the entry, that shoots you straight out wide, doesn't it? So he's done well to slow.
And if you slam on the brakes, you lock up and you slide through the gravel.
Exactly.
And
So
you're in the wall.
we want to watch it fully and see what's happened. It didn't look like a normal driver error of just going wide.
Both safely through, as you say,
Yeah.
Crofty. Not quite as competitive as we saw in FP3 relative to the field. It's obviously a hotter track, so we've just got to make
So
the right
Tsunoda's
changes
struggling
and
with the car.
give the drivers the right input. Tyre temps under control,
Yeah.
particularly the rear axle. Avoid it sliding the rear end too
Hold it.
that puts temperature in and then just
Oh,
penalise
poor
them
Yuki,
around
man.
the rest of the lap. So that's the conversation going on here.
Don't want to get in a fight with him, though, do you?
Talking of temperature, both
No, I
these
imagine he's
drivers
pretty
seem to
quick.
have very
I imagine
much,
Jack Russell.
going down the
Yeah.
straight. What is
Yeah.
what is that about, and
Yeah.
why can't you do it out here?
He's like a
It's a little bit
It's like
to do
a-
with how much
Them
the car's
body shots,
touching the
Liam,
ground.
'cause you can't reach your head.
You know, we
No,
want to
so
run
it'd
it
just be
as
the body
quick
shots.
in the
No, he'd be
quickest
quick though, I
configuration
imagine,
we
as
can,
well.
Martin.
Like
That means
that.
running low, 'cause that's
You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't be hard hitting.
There's
Why are we
also
looking at Lily
potentially
Tomlin?
some with the airflow or the
Don't
aero.
know.
We've added windscreens to the
'Cause
car
he's
as well
a
to
celebrity.
change the airflow around the cockpit to try and help that. But
So Joe,
something
once
we're gonna dig
again,
into after this week
is
to make sure I'm
ways away from
full
Bottas.
grasp of,
I
why
can't believe
cooling
Joe
air
still
isn't going where
exists
it
in
should.
this sport, man.
To tow or
I think
not
it's
to
just
tow,
going
that
through
could
the
be the
shit, to be honest. I
question.
mean, the car's
What's the
bad
answer of the
anyway.
safety?
They're probably thinking the car's bad.
Anyone on the pit wall
He's
or
not
wearing an
crashing.
engineering shirt here is to not tow, 'cause what
I
you
saw-
get is you lose more performance and
On the
sliding
Antonelli
corners
thing, by
as
the
well.
way,
So
Yeah.
you wanna
I
be
saw
in
something that was
but
quite
at a
funny.
good
It was like,
6 to
what
7
kind of driver
seconds.
do you want to be? Because it was like someone responding to people complaining
We'll
about
speak
it.
to you after
Do you want to be,
Q2, which will get
you're
us
slow when you
about
crash,
3 minutes
Sergeant.
time. So
You're slow but you don't crash, Joe.
catch
Yeah.
their breath.
You're fast and you crash,
And
K-Mag,
one
Yuki,
driver in
all
the
those
1
sort of
minute,
drivers. Or you're just fast and you don't
Fernando
crash, and it's Max and
Norris,
Lewis.
and he didn't need a tow.
And then they were saying, oh, Antonelli is like the second option, but you can win out. And I was just thinking, fast and you're slow and you don't crash, Joe. Joe's, poor Joe's getting shots fired at him.
Well, he doesn't crash. It's fair for the team, but he's slow.
It doesn't really matter.
He was slower than Logan as well. Should tell you everything you need to know about him.
Get out now. We've still got 48 and a half
Runs.
temperature. A massive temperature there, over 33
Yeah.
air temperature, which takes away grip, takes away performance.
Changing the
Bit
tyres.
as Lee.
Dropping a little bit over the next few minutes or so. What's going on there?
Some dash to get rid of
What are they doing?
the tyres on Pierre Gasly's
I
Alpine
don't know.
and swap
The
them
tyres,
for
they
another
just
set.
decided to get rid
have
and
they,
put
do
on
they have a
a
new set
different.
on? Go with used at the start of this Q2 session.
I mean, it just looked frantic to me.
There's that last sudden change of plan now.
Let's hear from Yuki Tsunoda. He's in
Right,
the
well,
upgraded.
you give us a few words of wisdom, shall we say?
swear words.
Did you get caught out by the yellow flags? Because I didn't see where you were on track at the time.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
So talk me through your qualifying then. What do you think?
Yeah, I think generally this week lacking on pace, and I mean bits different across the car, and maybe some. I don't know, it's affecting my performance or either my, I don't know. But
I don't really care what you guys say, but looking at that track comparison with Norris and Max, Lando on the straights in particular.
Yeah, but then I was looking at you don't know who's what.
You don't, but I think that's interesting.
It is. What was interesting during F3, it was showing Charles Leclerc was 2/10 faster than Norris in the straights.
Yeah, but this is more of a representative thing to go.
No, it is.
I just think it's interesting. Like what? So are Red Bull more set up for the corners?
No, they're not.
By that graph?
No, they're not.
Looks like they are.
They're not, because Norris, it was also showing he was 3/10 ahead of the Ferraris in the low speed. So, and as we know, the wing on the Red Bull is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird small. They are set up for the straight line, and but that's what they've been saying all over since Friday.
But according to that graphic,
according to that graphic, but since Friday, everyone's been saying they're struggling during the corners.
Apparently not. Well, I'd like to see a comparison between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. To see. In comparison.
I mean, you got to say Norris as well. That was his first run, and that comparison would have been Max's last run.
Yeah. I'd like to see Charles.
And then your straights, if Max has had a toe, that can be it as well. He's got toes. Who hasn't picked up toes?
Yeah, but it was every straight.
Oscar has just left the garage and has cut up Lando.
Well, Lando's. Yeah, but he also do a 19.9, so it would tell me that Lando's had a toe at some point down there.
I don't know. I want to see that with
Mercedes, Ferrari. We'll see Q3 back up again.
I'm sure we'll get the data in a tech talk after the quali as well. Yeah, it's interesting because they say all this, but the data sometimes shows different. And on that Q1 run, we're quicker in the straights and Red Bull in the corners, which completely goes against the narrative. I mean, you can just see Red Bull are set up for the straights. You look at the front wing and the back wing; you've got massive curves, chunks taken out.
The Red Bull's turning. I want to focus on Red Bull's turning. If you go follow on their lap, because their turning throughout so far in all the sessions has been awful.
Yeah, it doesn't look comfortable, does it?
No, it's unresponsive.
Unless it's just Max making the difference.
It could. I mean, Max is Max, isn't
it? And you're finding yourself out of a qualifying session you'd hoped to have been.
Young Carly Tony.
Counts every lap of the track, and here we go with Carlos.
He's towing Ocon, but he's quite close to Leclerc as well. There's Pierre Gasly trying to steal the bit.
That's throwing me off at the moment because they're taking a very wide, like usually with how it used to be, you almost take a very shallow line to turn 1 to sort of open turn 2 up. But because it's wider, you can go really wide into turn 1 and have turn 2 not really be compromised. It's really
2/10 up on Charles Sainz during the first sector. But as I was 26.4 in free practices, the tyres were going off. And it tended to be those who were a little bit slower in the first sector came through in the last.
Yeah, which is what we were saying about why the mediums weren't too far off, because the medium are more consistent throughout the whole lap, rather than just overclocking them or not.
There we go. He's gained a 10th back in the middle there, Charles. So obviously his Sainz tyres going off. Charles is coming in more.
Well, we'll see here in parallel.
Leclerc was a couple of tenths up on Sainz through the middle sector.
Whole width as much as you
of anybody. That's for this session. It's not for the 2 sessions combined.
26.4 for Hulkenberg was pretty impressive through the first sector.
Yeah,
20.3. Charles can go quicker than that.
Norris will get a nice territory.
20.2. So yeah, there you go. So Charles was 2 tenths down in the first sector. Tyres came right back.
Maybe ever so slightly saved his tyres.
Hulkenberg, we saw through FP3, he consistently put in fastest sector 1 and then ended up 8 tenths down by the end of the lap.
Verstappen, not Perez, for Red Bull.
Danny Rick 21.2.
Ahead of Gasly.
Oh my God, Norris.
Imagine.
His lap that we didn't see.
Yeah, Norris is always.
Oh, piss.
Kevin Magnussen goes third fastest ahead of Daniel
We're
Ricciardo.
frozen.
We're froze, but it's alright.
It's not. We can hear it, we can't see it.
Down the back straight, Max Verstappen. And as you can see on those new tyres, setting purple sector times, Norris and...
Refreshed.
Ask me to sign in. I'm just gonna punch a hole in it.
Wardrobe's there.
Yeah. Oh, but the quality.
It'll come in. Max goes top with a 19.8.
Yeah, but here comes Piastri.
Piastri, 19.8.
Go on, Austin.
So Max is there.
Max is there.
Red Bull were teasing us.
Well, like we say, you can never count Max.
Brundle said they have turned up the engine now. Norris goes top again with a 19.7. We're waiting on the Mercedes.
This is going to be close, and Red Bull are in the fight.
Brundle was right. Well, they have turned the engine up.
Max is in the fight.
Yeah,
Max is not in the fight.
He's beaten the Hasses at least.
The 2 protagonists in the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, well, he hasn't succeeded at the bare minimum sometimes. So
I'm interested to see what the Mercedes are now.
I'm interested to see Albon. Does he beat the Hasses?
I mean, we'll see. Look very strong. The Alpines look pretty strong. I think Ricciardo's definitely gone. Alonso's at risk. Albon is at risk.
Ocon will be at risk.
Ocon and Gasly at risk.
Everyone from Perez down is at risk.
This though looks stronger than I first initially.
Less than a 10th off Norris.
Yeah, they've. Oh yeah, Albon pretty well in the first sector there.
Has he held this?
We'll see. From those in the midfield this weekend.
Alex Albon really stretching the limits of the track.
He's pushing. He is going for it.
Don't do a colopinto.
He's got so
Where's
much
George?
now in this car that he's really ringing out.
He's up on Ocon. George is thereabouts with Norris. What about Alonso? Thereabouts with Norris.
You know what, Alonso? He's look at the toe. He's gonna have the toe with the McLaren as well. Look at the toe with the McLaren.
Albon ahead of Perez.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Just been into Parabolica. He's gone very wide.
A good lap this will be here now. Shortest run.
Good lap from Alex
In
Albon.
between the Hasses.
I can't help but think maybe his tyres went off in Parabolica. Like he's understeering his head.
George is up on what he needs at the moment. Hamilton is level with Norris. Russell was 4 tenths clear of Gasly. So they've him around Leclerc unless he's had a great last sector here.
We'll see where Mercedes are at.
Yeah, just ahead of Leclerc, 19.8. Level with Max there.
There's Hamilton.
Alonso there. Hamilton goes for top.
Oh, what a lap! Hamilton! Lewis, I didn't know. Brother! What a lap that was! Oh my goodness me! Lewis Hamilton is gone.
It's close.
Oh
It's
my
close.
god! Hamilton's just annihilated it.
It's close.
Hello. Yapping. We are yapping. Robot. Bro, what is brain rot shit? Get this shit out of our chat, man.
Who's the robot? Science has gone purple, sector 1.
We are indeed. That means they were carrying unnecessary fuel
I'm
in the
joking.
first run. So they get rid of a little bit of fuel. That adds speed as well.
But Science always goes quick as sector 1 for some reason, apparently.
As you said,
He likes it.
Then dies.
this is it. Can they join the party?
Can Ferrari now join the party? Obviously, they're both 6 tenths down. Can they join the party and be 1-2 tenths?
We'll see. I mean, unless he loses 6 tenths in the last sector, Ferrari are there. Ferrari are there.
Yeah, they are.
Charles is a little bit back, but he's not 6 tenths back, that's for
He's
sure.
a 10th back.
through the first sectors, whilst his teammate
he looks solid through Parabolica.
Ferrari for this weekend, and
Come
the
on,
man who was
Charles.
on pole this time last year gets his foot to the floor.
Oh,
Third
God,
part
lap.
of
Ferrari in there. Oh, boys. It's gonna be close.
No, wait.
I mean, it's close. It's 3/10 from Charles to Hamilton. So it's close.
3/10.
Pretty much between
3/10 between top 7.
Fernando
Ooh,
Three and a
that's
half
close.
tenths.
down in 11th place currently, but
We are being treated to a qualifying session, and we will be treated to a race tomorrow. I do.
Confirm they were on new tyres. So at the
Are we?
moment then, Alonso is in
And
the
Verstappen is
elimination
in
zone.
5th.
Aston Martin haven't had a great deal
Good
of speed
God.
here, have they?
And
This-
we thought he put in a good lap.
I mean, this is why. This is exactly why we think Max is under pressure, more than I think people would say, because if this is Red Bull every weekend, Norris is...
The car is not turning at all again.
Well, I mean, if the car does stop turning, I mean, Charles on fucking pole, so with how close it is...
Oh, a great lap, just saying.
Yeah, good show. I mean, not to discount Magnussen either, I mean...
No. Albon up there, P10.
Alonso not far off. The Alpines, I was a bit hyped about them, but now they disappointed me.
Well, you expected them probably to.
Yeah. Ricardo, I don't think he can
They're
do much
doing
more.
where we're expecting.
I don't think Daniel can do much more than 50.
No. I mean, why does that look like Ocon?
I thought that.
The RB mechanic is Ocon.
That's his new job for next year.
I'd rather do that than be in the house.
New tyres that he wanted
Poor house, man.
to lift himself out of the bottom 5 during the first part of qualifying.
Yeah,
Fernando Alonso. TV monitors.
Fair play, Hamilton.
Data has
I
been
think
studied.
Perez needs to come out. I don't think the rest do.
That sets it. Surely, I think Hamilton got a toe from the Aston Martin in that 3.
Of his lap
Possibly.
I think coming out of Parabolica, I did see the Aston Martin just ahead of him. Obviously, that could have disturbed him as well, equally.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Projected knockout time is 22, give or
That's
take 2
around
tenths.
Perez.
That is Perez. And the rest are staying.
So around Perez, Leclerc's squeaky, but he should be okay.
Bum time. Big squeaky.
Leclerc could be okay, I would say. I don't see these lot getting down to 20s in the 19s.
No. I don't see... You know what, I can at this, and I don't see how Albon can extract any more pace. Because the way he was... Yeah, but the way he was... The way Albon pushing through that second sector, he was right on the limit. I don't know where he's going to find time.
So,
Likewise, I think there's a lot of time to be found for Perez.
there's a lot of time to be found for quite a lot of them with the toe. I'm telling you, the toe is tiny, right?
Toe is key, but you can't rely on the toe.
No, you can't rely on it. But Albon puts on a toe. It's alright.
They wouldn't want to waste them.
He puts his toe on.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Come on, mate.
They want
It's the
to
Alpine
bites
going.
of the cherry for a pole position.
Why does it look so slow?
Esteban Ocon
I don't
trying
think
to
they're
get
going.
into the top
They
10
are.
here,
Got
where
DRS
he
over.
has been before, but as far
no, it's
back in
closed.
2018
What?
and
Double
2017,
warm-up
he
lap.
qualified third on the.
I mean, he's just gave Magnussen
There you go. I told you, the toe.
Yeah, we know the toe's crucial, but if you want a good lap, you can't rely on the toe being available.
So, by the way, how's Ethan going to fit into this tomorrow? Just going to have his head here.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, he's slower in Sector 1. Even with the toe. Okay. He does this all the time in Sector 1.
Nico?
Just watch him fall off now, though, for the rest of the lap.
Yeah, but that's what's keeping him in Q3 right now.
3.
That's ridiculous. He likes that first section, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, but Mercedes are heading out again, so no sign of Norris there.
I would imagine the Mercedes are on the same set of softs, not on the new ones. Unless they're just scrubbing them in for this lap. See, look, he's just dropped.
I mean, he hasn't dropped, I mean, Hulkenberg hasn't dropped that much.
And they will drop it here now. It's just blow up in this last sector.
Blow up.
They do, pretty much.
There goes Magnussen, and he's out. I don't suspect he's through it.
No, he didn't get faster.
No, Perez is quicker.
Here comes the Hulk. See, I told you they blew up.
Wow, his tyres actually did just blow up. How's man doing the quickest first sector and not improving?
Yeah.
Ricardo's up. Ricardo's up.
Yeah. Here
Wow.
comes Perez.
Perez should improve.
Yeah, he's still 2 tenths down, so can he be around Leclerc? Can he? Yeah, he's
improved.
2 tenths down from Charles still, though.
He's improved though. Can go second.
Just behind Lewis. Wow. That's close, though. That's really close.
Here comes Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh!
11th.
Oh, shame. Oh my god, that would have been. Oh, imagine Daniel Ricciardo getting into Q.
Albon is going green. He's not got a toe.
Oh, so unlucky for Ricciardo. What a lap that was.
So he
from
can
Daniel.
extract more than what you buddy said.
Yeah, I was dissing Albon there.
You were wrong.
I was wrong.
But then Williams still has something.
Oh, can Alpine just blow up so Daniel?
Alonso he needs just.
Alonso and Ocon that can improve, I would imagine, to usurp him. Although Gasly's
Here we
on
go.
26,
Here goes
so
Alex.
he's on a flyer,
Oh,
down to
Ocon.
14th. Now Albon to cross the line.
Here he goes.
He's beating Hulkenberg.
Good lap.
Hulkenberg's at risk now.
Goes 9th fastest overall.
Good lap. Good lap. Here comes
Can
Fernando.
Alonso beat Hulkenberg?
Big Nando.
Oh,
P11 just beats
only
Danny.
just behind
This
Hulkenberg.
is a 5th consecutive Q3 appearance by
Ocon.
100th
No.
of a second.
No.
And Esteban
That double
Ocon
warm-up lap
can't improve.
did not
So
help.
Sergio Perez.
But when they're 50 degrees, I don't think you need a
albeit
double
half a
warm-up
second
lap.
off the pace. It's been set by Lewis Hamilton.
Wow.
The two Alpines, 14
There we go.
Told you, Albon.
You know what? Star of qualifying so far?
Daniel he was through not to use those
Oh, George is on a lap.
He doesn't need to be.
I think he's on used
stuff.
stuff.
And the rear wing didn't come open and he backed off before the first corner.
Yeah, George Russell just dialing himself in on a set
I
of
do think he's on used
tyres.
stuff. Yeah, he is. Crofty should say. But I'd assume Hamilton behind him as well.
Need to go any faster. I think he's just trying to get
Both
a
on
diet
used
for what's
softs,
going to be a
yeah.
very important
Just putting in
Q3
laps,
to
just being
come.
like, you
Those
know what,
missing
lads,
out
we can still hit
on
119s
Q3.
and nice.
Ocon,
Yeah.
For Alpine.
I want to know what time he's done.
And Ricardo,
Over.
and for RB and Fernando Alonso.
Both of them did come across the line.
Aston Martin.
And the
That
used
man there
stuff.
was trying to get into Q3
Well.
for 5th consecutive appearance.
This is up. Hamilton's done like a
For a
19-4.
team that have just been slightly
Could you
off
imagine?
the pace, and that'll be his
I'd
worst
cry.
qualifying start since 2018.
Better than expected, you see.
I mean, considering where Stroll was.
I should say that 2018 they weren't expecting much. By one
No, I'm very
100th
impressed with
second,
Daniel.
He misses
Well
out
done,
very
Alonso as well.
that Q3. Hamilton with the fastest time. Max Verstappen second fastest. Norris.
Do you know what?
Sainz,
What?
Piastri,
I'm going to
Russell,
say it now.
guys in the
Tomorrow, watch out for P3 and P4.
Oh, 100%.
Watch out for who flies P3 and P4.
You do not want to be starting first.
Do you reckon we
I
could?
want
Do you
to.
reckon we can get a Bottas strategy from Russia?
What? Just
Well, he kind of made himself P3 in Russia that time, didn't he?
yeah.
For the turn, and it worked out great for him. Got him down into turn 1 in P1.
Can I play?
Yeah. Yeah.
P3 and P4 are arguably the two better places than 1 and P2 round here.
Now the only issue with Monza is it's
Narrower.
narrower. But if you can get a good run,
I mean, if it's the P1 in front of you, there's a place for you already.
yeah. No, I think it's going to be interesting. I think the McLarens are still going to be the quickest over a race.
Yeah, but I don't think they've got the advantage race that they did at Zandvoort.
No, definitely not. They've got the. So I think if you can get them into turn 1, assuming that they qualify maybe on the front row or third, then I think you've got the better chance of winning the race. But if second or third and you start on pole, I think Lando runs away with it again. Not as much as not as much as he did in Zandvoort, but I think he wins by a good 5, 6, 7 seconds if he gets you into turn 1.
I think it's going to be a close last race.
Yeah, especially since now DRS after lap 2.
This is going to be a crazy close race.
I'm excited. And the boys are watching it. Need another piss.
You're not allowed to drink.
Alright, I'll just dive first.
Step into your future.
Yes, you should.
Learning that can take you anywhere.
Jesus Christ. I hate the... I do hate the adverts.
Thank you, Your Honor. The case is very, very simple.
What is this advert?
The Open University.
Oh, it's the Open University. Oh.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?
Sleeping.
Apart from sleeping. Right.
Yeah, honestly, that was...
That was about all I had. Did you go bowling?
Pizza Hut.
Because you were supposed to go bowling.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No. Bowling, Pizza Hut.
I saved corners.
Glorious moment years ago.
Why were you on the watch?
It ends with us, Blake Lively.
But on the fringes today, and he'll start
No.
this year's Italian
Don't just answer the break out.
Lewis Hamilton fastest
Is it?
with a
Have you seen it?
1:19.6, but
I don't know if it's a crap film. I ain't seen it.
It's a romance, isn't it, film?
Yeah, somebody who gets abused.
Yeah, I've heard what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not my sort of film.
No, it's not. I mean, I want to see. I want to see what
You
the
go with
gossip
Holly,
are. Yeah.
You go bowling with everyone from work?
No.
Just you and Holly.
Me and Holly.
You're shit at bowling.
I'm very well. No. I'm either woefully dreadful or I'm absolutely amazing.
You're absolutely amazing when the barriers are.
No, I have.
Yeah,
like,
you just ricochet off the barriers every time.
No, because I have.
When we went bowling,
No, it's.
when we had the barriers up, you hit in the barriers.
Well,
When we had them down, you were in the gutter all the time.
Yeah, Brev, I was, but I do have those moments, those games where when I don't, because you always tell me my biggest issue in bowling is I overthink the way I throw it. I always end up throwing it to one side. Yeah, but the thing is when I don't overthink it, I throw it straight, but I never throw it straight.
Your hands are weird.
I can never sort of wrap my fingers around it.
I bowl better drunk.
Yeah, we know. We were very aware. Which is why the last time we actually went bowling, you were actually because you weren't Devon. We had an Indian, and you were just like, no.
Yeah.
The drinks were not sitting.
But when the drinks were sitting,
it's time.
And we went bowling. I'm on the pro team.
You know that time that we went to the pub and they were doing the
I did. Well done. Keep it safe.
It's been sat there for months. You know when, which is probably not a good thing. Don't know how it survived, but it's there.
Well, as long as it stays there until tomorrow and you bring it.
I might put it in my bag actually.
Yeah, that's probably
in my bag. You know when we went to the pub, we had those cheeseburgers. And the aspals were flowing. Bowling would have slapped that night.
The cheeseburgers in the pub.
Yeah, with the aspals flowing.
Them drinks were flowing too well.
I don't know what was going on. Why were they flowing that well? That was peak. That's like peak flowing.
Although they were flowing last weekend for me.
Yeah, they were.
How was Malin and Dan?
The whole beach went form last weekend.
Yeah, until you got home.
Yeah, the form dropped. Physically out of me, it dropped.
Oh. Did they find out outside vomit?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. I just remember throwing up outside. I hope not. Oh, actually, I hope he has, but I hope it hasn't made him sick.
Let's not forget. I know Zandvoort was only a week.
Well, I mean, I just.
There we go. Hamilton. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
So what that means is that Max is quicker on the straights, but the Mercedes gets a better exit out of the Sky Ring.
Well, I think the Mercedes get a better exit out of both chicanes, don't they? All three. And Hamilton's entry, the first chicane.
Yeah, I think Hamilton. Well, we know Hamilton clobbers that.
Maybe he did clobber the curve on that lap.
Well, maybe that's what he did. Maybe
I want to watch it. You know when you see like on the games, when you do an overtake by clobbering the curve, it goes up in the air, flips and lands. Maybe he's done that.
Do you ever remember when F2015?
Right.
The video's on YouTube still. I did that race where I started in the manor and I just didn't brake and I clobbered into the back of a Lotus or something. And I went up in the air, 360 spinned, landed on the runoff and jumped first.
No.
Have you not seen that video?
No.
I need to show you that video. It's fast.
Behind Street.
I can only think, imagine if we did that today. That'd be outrageous.
I sent Hamilton flying in Russia.
Yeah, you did. That was terrifying.
Coasting out then,
Flying
take
Hamilton.
any life for those tyres. You can help it on your way round.
So Lando Norris is on a... I mean, despite Belgium.
Somewhat more, you know you're not going to be in somebody's way.
So that line that Lando
I was,
Norris has just crossed, that's the important line there.
Why are we not doing F-Play videos? We play it all the time.
Because we're F1 purist.
Oh, again!
Ooh!
Again with Verstappen.
We saw that one as well.
How funny would it be if the Red Bull got taken out of qualifying because the back of the Ferrari?
That one was a bit touch and go, wasn't it? Wasn't quite as clear.
I think
that wasn't as bad as the Oscar one.
Ferrari and some fines coming her way.
Next time they're going to sandwich him. Imagine if the other pit crew was out in a thing and he'd just driven into him like bowling.
Well, what's the crew's there? He's either got the choice of rear-ending Sainz or running someone over.
Or putting it in the wall.
Come out with a belter of a lap right at the end, and certainly that's what they're hoping
This
for.
is going to be... I want to see if there's 19 reenactment here.
It's close. The margins are very, very fine. These are some of the finest drivers in the world too.
I imagine they will have all learned from their mistakes, but there could be a chance that it will be. They're all toe. We need the toe.
I don't think they need the toe as much as they used to back then.
No one really in front of him as he crosses the line. Sergio Perez is just through the first chicane.
Well, yeah, these new regs are literally designed for other cars to follow.
Yeah.
So you'd assume that means lack of dirty air, but if there's a lack of dirty air...
Oh,
Right.
pick it up. This is why we put the thing there to hold it up.
It survived an hour.
What time is it?
5 to 4. Q2 got delayed.
Okay, yeah.
Because
26.4 from Piastri in the first sector. That's where you probably want it. I mean, your tyres might go off. 26.4 for Norris as well.
Only a few hundredths quicker than Oscar Piastri.
Someone else has gone quicker, and that's probably Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Chances are. No, it's the prancing horse apparently.
Ooh!
53.0. Sainz fastest in sector 1.
That's probably offset Oscar.
53.0.
Tell you what,
Norris is a 10th behind Piastri coming through sector 2. Sainz level with Norris behind Piastri.
I think Norris is going to get pole here, provisional pole here.
We'll see. Piastri at the moment goes ahead of Perez.
19.4!
19.4!
What the fuck?
Yeah, here comes Norris.
What about Lando Norris though? Can he go ahead of his team?
19.4!
Oh my god!
What about Sainz?
McLaren are cutting.
19.7 for Sainz.
Not a bad lap.
3/10 down from Norris.
Here comes Max Verstappen.
Here
Fucking
comes
hell!
Max.
Max is behind Perez!
It's a 20 flat. I'm assuming that's used tyres. Charles with the 19.7 with Sainz.
I hope it's used tyres for Max.
Here comes Russell and Hamilton.
My god, McLaren have just turned things up.
Yeah.
What's happened with McLaren?
Where are the Mercedes? Where are Red
No, nowhere near it.
19.5 for Russell.
Good lap. What can Lewis Hamilton do?
19.6.
Well,
Well, look at that. 2-2-2-2 and then Hulkenberg Albon.
So McLaren look quick.
Do, but Mercedes aren't far behind, and neither are Ferrari or miles.
What's going on? That's got to be used tyres for Max.
Well, that's got to be used tyres for the Red Bull.
Was on new tyres. I'm going to assume he had a problem.
New tyres.
Got to have had an issue.
Yeah, there's an issue there for Max somewhere.
He's got to have,
Sector 3.
He's got to have locked something up.
But looking at the data, he's 3/10 off Perez in Sector 3.
Probably
Which
it's a Scari.
Scari, yeah. It's got to be Scari.
So 2/10 up put him around the Mercedes sort of time.
Yeah, we watched him through Parabolica. There was no issue there. We'll find out now. Oh, I mean, maybe he was just not feeling it.
Tiny moment in Ascari.
Yeah, Scari. So
he's talking about brand new.
We knew it was a Scari.
By trial and error.
And that's left Verstappen.
But that pressure on Max now.
If P8,
I mean, that's not. I mean, that stinks.
If he starts in P8,
That's stinky for Max. You know, P8's the worst place to be in Monza. Well, actually, no, it's P10 is the worst place to be in Monza.
Great place to be.
No.
That's Parabolica. Oh, he's had a snap in maybe his tyres just went off a cliff.
It seems like it did, yeah.
You're late on the throttle, then
Well, I want to see Scar.
Pepe's jeans. It's one of the sponsors. Pepe jeans. Portuguese.
Pepe's. I can't believe he's still kicking, yeah.
He's retired from Portugal now.
He should have retired from Portugal 10 fucking years ago.
But that's the
He's still good, isn't he?
Ferrari will be really disappointed, Martin, to be down
better than Maguire.
currently at their home track.
Would you take Pepe?
They won't be too unhappy
For the fans.
Overlive Evans and Maguire, probably.
As fourth choice? Fifth choice?
Yeah, as a fifth choice, yeah. Probably.
I mean, imagine that, right? Imagine, obviously, you're playing your Premier League games, Martinez and De Ligt, but then you play your lower level FA Cup, Carabao and Europa League games, and you see Pepe and Yoro. You cry. Try and get past Pepe. Just get bullied.
Obviously, transfer windows.
Yeah.
Although you can still make deals. Like free agent deals.
Yeah. You can make free agent deals all year round.
So we'll see what happens with Rabiot.
I don't
think I want him to.
No, after more stuff that I've heard. No.
Right, deep breath.
I'm also glad that. Have you heard the Jadon Sancho? Chelsea have to buy us. They finish lower than 14th.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny because they could finish like outside the top 10 and still have to buy him.
Imagine if they get relegated. Just put that out there.
I mean,
Perez sponsored by Kit Kat.
Yeah. I think it might just be Perez.
I like a Kit Kat.
Chunky.
No. Morning oats.
And suddenly you're pushing the
right.
Kit Kat flavoured protein oats.
Yeah. I feel that.
They're nice.
I feel that.
It's just like grate a bit of Kit Kat, like half a Kit Kat, and then put the other top as just like a top.
I imagine it kind of takes the edge away a bit.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Now this really random.
No, we were on the topic of Kit Kat. Okay, yeah, so
here we go.
This is going to be interesting.
3 minutes to go.
Hello. Oh, we got pit niggins.
There's plenty of time to go at the moment though, so should be fine. As long as you're all out the pit line by around 2 minutes.
It looks a bit like that, doesn't it?
And Mercedes will be the last ones across the line.
And again, we've got McLaren going out together, but they tend to separate a little bit down the line. Norris ahead of
Mercedes might be, I think it's Hamilton behind Russell, so they might be.
One Haas and one Williams in it.
So, I think as long as they come out with 2 to go, they should be okay. I mean, then again,
try and keep out of each
I
other's
can't
way in terms of teammates.
They've surely
It'll be Leclerc who crosses
Where
the
are
line.
Okay, they're out now.
Russell and Hamilton who crossed the line last. Should
Nice,
all have
Hamilton, so 2
plenty
minutes.
of time. We're not going to see chaos.
Yeah, they're all spread out quite well, to be fair.
It's first
They
time.
have all spread them out here. I'm quite surprised by that.
Max cannot afford to mess this up.
Locks up into turn 1.
I mean, the front.
He has got pressure on this lap.
Wow.
Here we go.
Of the top 8, the big 4 teams, and he is the slowest so far to take us
Okay through the first chicane. That's the first big braking zone done.
Like how you tease to lock up.
I am.
If he starts
Here
8,
comes the next big braking zone.
he's up on
He's
Norris.
there, thereabouts. Okay, through the next chicane. He's keeping this clean.
He's on a
Lesmo 1.
He's on a very good lap. He's on the limit.
Lesmo 2.
Oh, he's gone off.
Someone's gone off.
He's slid
He
through
had a
the...
slap, but someone went off in front of him. Might not have affected him too much.
Under the old banking, under the
Oh, he's down.
He's down on Norris, but this is where he needs to... Oh, he's had a twitch there, I noticed. He's getting a toe here though from the Mercedes.
Middle of a Scari does
And his
not
teammate.
look like a classic Max Verstappen pole position lap.
Norris has... No, Perez has aborted it. Perez has aborted his lap.
And there you go, Verstappen. Where's it going to be? 7th. Oh my god. 7th for Max Verstappen.
And that's a toe for George.
And Carlos goes quickest in the first sector again.
Norris is going
up.
quicker. That's shocking for Max.
Max is 7th.
Perez is not going to do it, so Max is 7th.
Wow, Albon up to 9th. 20.2 for Albon.
Sainz is up on Norris by a 10th.
Sainz is a very quick lap. There goes Lando. Good lap.
Ooh, 19.3. What a lap. Piastri, where's he at?
Ferrari improving.
No, nothing.
Here
from
comes
there.
Ferrari though.
Here comes Sainz.
Oh, third. Here comes Charles. What can Charles do it? Oh, third. It's close.
Where are the Mercedes? Okay.
I mean, it's close.
They're thereabouts, George and Lewis. They're not far. They're not far.
Final corner and drive to the line.
George is very
George is okay. Parabolic of that.
Is it going to be a third time lucky for him?
Third.
Oh, third for Russell.
Hamilton.
What about Hamilton?
Oh, wow. 19.5.
It's close. I mean, 2:10. My goodness me.
Norris to Hamilton, 2:10.
It's the fine margins though, isn't it?
And then George and Leclerc will be the ones to watch here.
Unlucky for Hamilton.
Let's watch Jules and Charles tomorrow.
Woeful for Red Bull. Woeful for Red Bull.
World Championship. Let's look at that. McLaren 1 and 2. Red Bull 7th and 8th.
All I'm saying is if it finished like this, that's 19 points gained in the title race for Norris.
Yeah.
Title.
But what's the game on Red Bull?
I think they're ahead.
Are they ahead?
Wait, let me work this out. 6, 8, 14, 43. 1 point. 1 point between them if it stays like this. That is spicy. No! They're ahead.
Only just.
10, 43. They're ahead by 3 points.
Only just. It's close.
It's close.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Simply lovely.
This is going to be a good race tomorrow, I feel it.
Bro, 2 tenths between the top 6. I mean, I'm excited, yo!
It's down to the start.
Come on!
Don't be surprised, George and Charles coming through.
No.
Into turn 1. And as we know, if you miss up your braking, you're in the back of someone.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you tomorrow when the boys will be live.
Don't miss it.
Do not miss it.